All right, so in this video, we're going to be looking at another systems of equations word problem. When visiting friends in a state that has no sales tax, two families went to a fast food restaurant for lunch. The Browns bought four cheeseburgers and three medium fries for $16.53. The Greens bought five cheeseburgers and four medium fries for $21.11. Determine the cost of one cheeseburger and one order of medium fries. So, as always, what we're looking for is in the last sentence of the problem. All right, and that's typically true. So, we're determining the cost of one cheeseburger and one order of medium fries. So, I know how many of each item I bought, but I just don't know the cost of an individual item. So, I'm going to let C equal the cost of one cheeseburger. And I'm going to let F equal the cost of one order of medium fries. Now, for this word problem, we're comparing two different families. We have what the Browns family bought. That was four cheeseburgers and three medium fries for $16.53. And then we have what the Greens family bought. That was five cheeseburgers and four medium fries for $21.11. So we're going to make one equation for the Browns and one equation for the Greens. Okay. So for the Browns, I'm going to just try to use a matching color to keep this all consistent. So they bought four cheeseburgers. So it's going to be 4 multiplied by the cost of one cheeseburger plus three medium fries. So whatever the cost of a medium fry is, I'm going to be multiplying that 3 times. And their total came to $16.53. Now if I look right here for the Greens, I'm going to set it up very similar. So for the Greens, they bought five cheeseburgers, so 5C, four medium fries. So this should be an F. That should be an F too, right, guys? And this one is going to total to 21.11. Now, we can use either elimination or substitution to solve this problem. I'm going to go ahead and use elimination. The reason being, if I wanted to isolate a variable, I would have to, let's say, move this term over and then divide. It's like kind of a lot of work, okay? While elimination, I don't have anything easy I can multiply by, but I just feel like it'll be a little bit smoother, okay? So I'm going to choose to get rid of the C's, okay? So in order to do so, I'm going to multiply both the top and the bottom equation. Okay? So if I look at the first term, my 4C, I want it to cancel with the 5C. So my 4 is missing a 5. And what I do to one side of the equation, I have to do to the other. If I look at my bottom equation, my 5 is missing a 4. So that's what I'm going to multiply this equation by. But now remember, for something to eliminate, we need opposites, like 3 plus negative 3, negative 7 plus 7. So I need one of these to be negative. I'll just decide to make the 5's negative. Okay, again, it doesn't matter which one you pick. And then I'm going to distribute, and I'm going to distribute, and we're going to end up rewriting these equations. Okay, so right now when I do negative 5 times 4C, this is going to be negative 20C. When I do negative 5 times 3F, it's going to be negative 15F. And then I'm going to go ahead and do 1653 times negative 5, and I'm going to get negative 82.65. And I'm also going to distribute in my bottom equation. So 4 times 5C is going to be 20C. 4 times 4F is going to be 16F. And then I'm going to do 2111 times 4, which is going to end up giving us 84.44. Now, whenever I do elimination, I always think of this as an addition problem, right? That's why I said that I wanted opposites. So I'm going to go ahead and add these two equations, okay? When I add this system, when I do negative 20c plus 20c, that gives me 0. This cancels. When I do negative 15f plus 16f, I'm just left with 1f. Now when I do negative 82.65 plus 84.44, I get 179. So this is the cost for a medium fry. Now, in this problem, it makes sense that my final answer is a decimal, right? Because oftentimes when you go and buy something, it's not exactly $2, exactly $5. You usually have a change amount. So $1.79 makes perfect sense in the context of this problem. Now, I also need to determine the cost of one cheeseburger. So I'm going to go back to one of my original equations. And the reason why I go back to the original is because if I made a mistake distributing, I don't want to make another mistake, okay? So I'm going to just use the Brown's equation. I'm going to rewrite 4c plus 3f equals $16.53. Now that I know the cost for a fry, I'm going to plug that in. So instead of f, I'm going to write 179. Okay. I'm going to do 3 times $1.79. That's going to get me 537. Make this a little bit less squished. Equals 1653. I'm solving this equation for C. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 537 from this side and subtract 537 from this side. So this will go ahead and cancel. So I'm left with 4C. And I'm going to go right ahead and do 1653 minus 537, which is going to leave me with $11.16. And on my final step, I'm going to divide both sides by 4. And I get the cost for a cheeseburger to be $2.79, which also can make sense. All right. So my answer is one cheeseburger cost $2.79, and one order of medium fries costs $1.79.